I want everybody to close their eyes for a second and picture a time of endless excitement, endless anticipation, where Zelda buzz is really just everywhere on the internet, and the rumors are swirling that we're getting a brand new HD port of Wind Waker and a brand new HD port of Twilight Princess. This time I'm talking about is August 2022. Now let's fast forward to September of 2022 and open our eyes. And the newest September Direct has come, and unfortunately it's gone, and there was no announcement of any Zelda games this year. Very sad. This will be one of the first years in a long time that we haven't gotten any type of Zelda game. If we fast forward to present day in October of 2022, there still isn't any of these ports on the Switch, or are they? So I did find some video of the HD version of Wind Waker, HD version of Twilight Princess on the Switch, and in this video I'm going to kind of break down these videos, talk about them a little bit, and see what the heck is going on. Anyway guys, I want to thank you again for checking out this video, but let's get right to it. So hey guys, if you're new to my channel, I am an indie YouTuber. That means my channel is pretty small. I do everything by myself. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, hitting that like button, I would really appreciate it. Also, I have a Discord where I talk about Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, I talk about Nintendo, all things gaming. We actually have a great time there. The link for that is also down in the description. Ever since this summer, every quote-unquote Nintendo leaker and YouTuber together would all say that they were very confident we were getting HD ports for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. They were so confident this game would be announced any day now, any day. Oh, definitely by the September Nintendo Direct. But unfortunately, the Nintendo Direct came and went, and there were no ports. People were even saying this could be shadow dropped at any time. Like, hey, one day we might wake up and the ports might be announced for coming out in 2 weeks. Very similar to how like the ports for Mario, Super Mario 3D World came out. One day we woke up, there was a Mario Direct, and 2 weeks later, Super Mario All-Stars 3D Collection was out. Like 2 weeks later. It was kind of crazy. So a lot of people thought that would kind of happen, but alas, it hasn't. So now people have taken it on themselves to play these classic Zelda games, you know, kind of bending the rules a little bit. One of my Discord users, the Ancient Hylian, has actually hacked his Nintendo Switch using Laka or RetroArch. I'm not familiar with either of those programs, but he was able to hack his Nintendo Switch to not only play Wind Waker, but to play Twilight Princess. You can actually see this footage here, and it's pretty incredible. Granted, frame rate is pretty bad, and you know, it's not really optimized for the Switch, but you're actually able to play these games on the Switch right now if you wanted to, if you knew how to hack your Switch, which I don't even know. That seems like a foreign language to me, to hack my Switch. I would never do it, but if you wanted to play these games, you really could. I mean, ethically, this probably isn't the greatest because you didn't really pay for these games, but at the same time, you know, you kind of, if you don't have an older system, if you don't have a Wii U or a Wii, you have no way to play these games. So you hack your Switch, you get these games on, you're able to play them, and I guess it's kind of an ethical dilemma. Me personally, I don't see that too much of a problem with kind of jailbreaking your Switch and putting games on. These are old games and they're not being sold. There's no possible way to buy them right now. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense. And personally, I'm dying to play these games. I pictured a world where all fall I was playing Wind Waker, and I was really, you know, that was giving me my Zelda fix leading up to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And I was really going to get into that game. I haven't played that game in like 15 years. And when the HD port for the Switch of Wind Waker was not announced, and doesn't seem like it's going to be, pretty disappointed. Personally, it's not driving me to jailbreak my own Switch, because chances are I'll just break my Switch and I wouldn't be able to use it for when Tears of the Kingdom did come out. But I understand why some people would, and some people are actually jailbreaking their Switch so they can play these classic games. But more importantly, a conversation that needs to be had is why these leaks even exist in the first place. I mean, if people weren't leaking this information or saying, oh yeah, these HD ports are definitely coming, there would be no hype, and that would lead to people not being disappointed because they never would. And I know all these leakers, they all say they try their best, or they have sources, and you know, Sometimes those sources just aren't accurate, and no one's 100%, especially with leaks. But let's be honest, the real reason all these leakers announce this stuff is for the clout. They want to say, hey, I was right, and more importantly, they want the clicks. Because they know if they say, hey, I have a leak saying that these HD ports are coming, they're going to get tons and tons of clicks, notoriety, and clout. People are going to come to them and say, oh, they were right. Something that really makes me sick about these leakers, a lot of them just say stuff constantly. They make all these crazy predictions, and then when one actually comes right, they go, oh, see, look, I was correct there. And then, people kind of forget about all the misses and only think about all the right ones, all the times they were correct. And, it really annoys me because most of the time these leakers are just full of it. They don't know anything. I mean, some of the leakers, I'm sure, know third-party companies that work with Nintendo. But how often has there been a first-party Nintendo game that was leaked and was accurate? The only ones I could think of off the top of my head was for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There were rumors about 2 years ago that the next Kirby game was going to be something massive for Kirby's 30th anniversary, and those were accurate. I could all remember that there was supposed to be some Star Fox racing game. I think it was called Star Fox Grand Prix, and it was supposed to be the next Star Fox game, but it was going to be sort of racing, but open world, and that was a big rumor, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and that never came to fruition. So leakers, you give them, you can take them, they're fun to read, but, everything they say you got to take with a grain of salt. You got to remember all these leakers have their own motives, and it's usually not, they're not journalists, they're just people trying to build up their channel, build up their reputation, build up their clout, get more Twitter followers, more YouTube followers, and, it might be fun to follow these people, but just remember, most of the time, they only know just a little bit more than you and me. But what I really want to know is, guys, would you ever jailbreak your Switch and put these games on? I know we all want to play Wind Waker HD. We all want to play Twilight Princess HD. But would you ever go as far as to actually put these games on your Switch by jailbreaking it, by hacking it? And more importantly, do you guys think we're actually going to get these ports maybe in the next year or so? I don't know when Nintendo would release them. At this point, we're getting Tears of the Kingdom in May. Is it possible they release these games in February, leading up to the big game, Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know, because I don't know if they want to cannibalize Zelda. Maybe they're waiting for the end of the year for these HD ports. Very hard to say, but when do you guys think they'll release these ports? And would you ever hack your Switch to get games that you really want to play on it? Let me know down in the comments section. Like I said before, guys, I'm an indie YouTuber, so every single subscription really matters. Thank you guys for liking this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching. As always, guys, I'm Turbo Jesse, and I'll see you on the flip side.